What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Welcome to Monday Q&A. DJI week day 2. We're gonna actually get some work done tonight. Yesterday's stream, Sunday streams are always like really heavy on really good questions. So check out yesterday's stream if you missed it. Great conversations for an hour and 45 minutes, and then me panic tearing down this CineSplore to try to get some work done on it. Tonight we're actually gonna get this thing knocked out. The man said. Anybody that's been around for a while knows how, well, if you know, you know. I'm gonna try my best. In the chat, Riot9 was first, CMYKFPV was next, Kevin Sumner, Glenn Burnett, GrizzFPV, Dusty Joe, Richard, Family Guyver, Quad Doc, Grizz again, Brandon's Baked Beans, YouTube just did the thing, Ram Donko, Frank Nicholas, Zach Lothamer, Chomper FPV, Adrian Glessner, Riot9, Adam T, Remy Tim, Adrian Glessner, Paul McDonald, License to Drive, Chomper again, Demenis, Dan636, Charles, Adam T, Richard, Demenis, Richard, Jackalope FPV, Adrian. I think I got everybody. If you want the gangly man to say your name out loud with his big dumb mouth, you got to get in early and type something into the chat. If you want to talk directly to me, all you got to do is type CiottiFPV. When you do that, it lights up in orange. You don't have to put in the @ in front of it, but you certainly can if you'd like. If you tag me, I'll respond. If you don't, I won't. I respect your guys' privacy. You can hang out in the chat talk all you want, talk amongst yourselves. Talk some smack on the gangly man if you want. I'll never see it. You can also do a super chat. This is my full-time job. CiottiFPV.com has a million ways you can support me. In the chat, CMYK says, yo, what's good? Grizz says, what's up, CiottiFPV and Collective? Quad Doc says, the 1.00.00606 version of the goggles is good, can confirm. Yeah, Mads Tech put out a video today saying, nobody do the new DJI update. So yeah, that's scary. I'm just going to be working on rigs for the next couple days. I'm not going to be messing around with goggles at all. I'm just going to be putting Vistas and Polars and DJI cams into rigs, and then towards the end of the week I'll fire up the goggles and figure out all that nonsense. So yeah, I was commenting in Joshua's stream like, hey guys, I'm gonna update my goggles tonight, come watch, because I know a lot of people saw the warning video a little bit earlier today from Mads Tech. So yeah, I was just stirring the pot. Family Guyver says Ciotti is in the house. I am indeed. Zach says CiottiFPV and schedules do not mix well. Love you, bro. Thanks, dude. Charles says never do DJI updates. LOL. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm gonna learn all the DJI things soon enough, though. Oh, hey, hold on. I knew something didn't look right. Let's get this fixed here. There's that. A little bit of that. And a little bit of this. Oh, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. And I can bring this down. My main light here keeps resetting. Okay, whatever. What's up, 661? So yeah, this is a Q&A stream. Drop any questions that you've got into the chat and we'll talk about them. But I am caught up on chat, so I'm going to start cranking on this CineSplore. And if the chat fills up, great. What's up, Booster? If not, that's cool too. I'll get a bunch of work done on this rig. I can't imagine a world where I won't be able to get this thing, pretty much all the way put together here tonight. But I have thought that same thing before. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I do need to get... I think I need to get this receiver off of this Uart. I think that this receiver is on Uart 1. Let's actually, you know what? But before I really dive in, let me show you guys a problem that's really annoying and could bite you in the ass at some point. So I've plugged in this flight controller. All right. And then we're going to go to beta flight. And can you guys see that? Okay, cool. And we're gonna click update firmware. We're gonna hit auto detect, Talon F7 Fusion 4.3.0, release candidate 3. We're gonna hit load firmware online. We're gonna hit flash firmware. It's gonna put it into DFU mode, but then watch. Hold on, let me make sure that I have... Hold on, let me actually connect and do just a quick copy. It's not gonna work, but let me just make sure that I've got this in the clipboard. Okay, just to be sure. All right, auto detect, Talon F7 Fusion, 4.3.0, release candidate 3. Load firmware online. It's already there, but we'll just go through the steps again. Flash firmware. Watch this, right? Rebooting to bootloader and fail. See that? Failed to open serial port. When you look at the flight controller, it's actually in DFU mode. Well, I've painted black over all of the LEDs on this, but if you could see the LEDs, you would see that it's in DFU mode. But Betaflight just refuses to do anything. This is a problem with Uarts. There's this weirdness with some flight controllers where if you have a powered thing, if you have something that's powered by USB on Uart 1 or 3, odd-numbered Uarts, they will prevent the flight controller from updating. And so the easy solution is just to desolder the ground or the power lead from the this is the stubborn way to get around it, from the powered component. The real way to fix this problem, and what we're going to do here tonight, is get this off of Uart 1. Let's actually confirm that it's on Uart 1. That is easy. So we go here. This is a problem with certain Acon flight controllers too. So as you can see here, this flight controller, I have not power cycled the flight controller. It's still angry. Look at it. Failed to open serial port. Manual selection is just stuck here. There's nothing. You got to power cycle the flight controller to get it out of there. So unplugging and plugging back in the flight controller. Now it's going to be able to connect. All right, and we're going to go into ports. And okay, so we don't have it on Uart 1, but we've got it on Uart 3. Uart 3 is where the Crossfire is connected. So, and then look, I've got the, it looks like they use Uart 1 for the VTX. That's fine though, because the VTX is not powered by USB. The VTX is powered by the battery. In most cases, I mean, it depends. If you're running a 5-volt VTX, you could technically power it from USB, but you don't want to. You want to hook it up to a port on the board that's only powered when the battery gets connected. So I can leave well, I'm going to have to figure out all the DJI things, but yeah, I'm going to take the receiver and put it onto either Uart 2 or Uart 4. This is a really weird problem that didn't really exist, and then all of a sudden it did exist, and it's just super, 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 super annoying. So for the future, even-numbered Uarts are what you want to put things that are powered by USB. Your receiver, I guess maybe your GPS module, keep those on even-numbered Uarts. Your VBAT-powered VTX, what else? Like if you were running power directly to a camera, I guess, you'd be able to put those on on odd-numbered Uarts, Uart 1 and 3, typically. Got it? Makes sense? Doesn't make any sense. It's a very strange issue that should not exist, but it does. And so we'll just, get around it by being ninjas. Frank Nicholas says, just be aware that the goggles and all light air must be on the same version of the firmware. Good to know. Slow Entropy says, hey all, hey CiottiFPV. I assume that also applies to Vistas, Frank, right? Fintan says, what's your ideal rates for Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle? I fly the same. It's pretty important that you fly the same rates on all of your rigs. My rates aren't going to do you any good though, Fintan. Rates are a 100% subjective, personal thing for you. So my initial recommendation is going to be to put whatever your normal rates are onto that Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle, because there's nothing about one rig or another that would make you want to put different rates on it. It's really important to have the same rates on everything so that you can build one set of muscle memory in your brain. When you move the sticks, you know, the rig spins at X number of degrees per second. If you move the stick a little bit, the rig turns, you know, rotates in at a speed that you're expecting. And yeah, there's no real reason for me to show you my rates because they're completely subjective. They're mine. They won't do you any good. Your brain has a completely different pacing than mine, than anybody else in the chat, which is why your rates are a completely personalized thing that you set. You should definitely spend some time, if you haven't already, you should spend some time playing around with your rates to find out which rates are perfect for you. There are 3 values in the rates. One of the values, so if you're on beta flight, you want to use actual rates, they're the best. There's 3 values. There's center sensitivity, that changes the sensitivity in the center of the stick travel. There's expo, that changes the sensitivity in the middle of the stick travel. And then there's the maximum rate, whatever the third option is in there, and that changes the speed that the rig rotates at the ends of the stick travel, all the way up, down, left, and right. So yeah, spend some time figuring out what your perfect rates are for you, and then put those on all your rigs. Ramdago says Tango 2 effed me. Turns out none of the updates worked from the original did. SD card thing procedure bind didn't pop up until... I don't know anything about Tango 2, Ram, so I can't really help you out, but that sounds pretty miserable. Riot9 says, just move the power to something that's only powered with battery, not USB. That is an option. I actually don't like that option, though. I like for the receiver to power up on USB. That way you can bind it without plugging a battery in. So for me, yeah, I prefer to, it'll be easier for me just to move it onto either Uart 1 or 3. Whichever one is on a better spot in the board. We're going to look that up. Frank also says the DJI goggles have 2X firmwares, one for air unit and light air unit, one for DJI FPV quad. I think the warning is about the DJI FPV quad goggle firmware. Ah, very cool. So that's good. Maybe we don't have to worry about it. But I think I'm going to be using some kind of wacky piratey firmware, right? To get the 1.21 gigawatts. Isn't that true? I don't know. We'll figure it out later in the week. Zach Lothimer says, is that just a Betaflight 4.3 bug? I don't think so. I think this has been around since 4.2. Ramdago says, rebuilt my RS. Pops AIO stack, but stepped on it today. Oh, God. That sucks, dude. Mutterdutskin says, some flight controllers mark the USB powered as pads as 4.5 volts, but not most of them, unfortunately. That's pretty cool. I don't think I ever realized that. Frank says, Vista is the light air unit. Ah, gotcha. Since multiple companies now sell Vistas. Vista was Cadic's name for light air unit, now sell light air. Brandon's Big Bean says, I have 3 sets of rates. I don't really suggest others do what I do, but I have cinematic rates, slow, freestyle rates for micros and minis, fast, and whoop rates even faster. Interesting. I had that for a while. For a while, I would have one set of rates on my tiny whoops. I'd have another set of rates on the micros, and I'd have another set of rates on the 5-inch rigs. And when I picked a rate profile that was in the middle of all of those so that I could just have one set of rates for everything, I gotta be honest, it definitely made a difference for me. It might not make a difference for some of you guys, but yeah, that was pretty important in my path of getting better as a pilot, was, you know, taking all of those rates, figuring out why I had different rates on different rigs, and then going right down in the middle and basically picking a set of rates that can work for anything, that can work for cinematic flying, hard freestyle flying. I don't race, so maybe that wouldn't work for somebody that does race, but I'm willing to bet you could, if you spend some time on it, you could get into one setup that works for everything. Maybe not though. Maybe not. Everybody's different. No wrong answers when it comes to rates. Frank says to get to 1.21 gigawatts, it's a text file and a micro SD card and goggles, no firmware involved. Wow, that's wild. Ramdoggo says use the goggles yet? Not yet. Scott says what up, doe? 661 says just rebuilt 2.5-inch rip squeak with ELRS. Haven't flown in a while, man. I love this thing. Forgot how agile and quick too. Yeah, the rip squeaks are the jam. All right. What just happened? Why did YouTube scroll up like that? That was weird. All right, here we go. Quad Doc says you just have to do the NACO hack file in the goggles, another hack in each Vista. Oh boy, very easy to do. Okay, good. That sounds good. I'm gonna be relying on you heavily, chat, when it's time. Don't steer me wrong. So yeah, there you go. There's some flight controller tech for you. If it won't reboot or if it won't let you flash it, it's not you. It's I don't know, it's something else. Kevin Sumner says, what flight controllers do you trust that have USB-powered 5-volt pads? The only flight controllers that I trust at the moment are T-Motor. Whether or not... I haven't really... I have a T-Motor flight controller in a rig that I have flown a little bit, but I haven't flown it a lot. So that trust could absolutely be misplaced. I'm not really sure, to be completely honest. It's yeah, I don't know. I used to trust these Talons, but man, I've had a bunch of these things fail, and not just me. Patrick has as well. So I don't really know if I trust these Talons anymore, but I do have a whole bunch of them. I want to say that the Talons fail when they get slammed really hard, because I've not had one let go in one of these cinematic rigs yet. But I don't know. I'm at a little bit of a loss, admittedly, with gear right now, because a lot of the gear that I used to trust has been discontinued. Grizz got his 250 back to perfect. Very cool. I'm glad that it wasn't the motors. That's pretty awesome. That means that I'm going to play around with these Axis 2004 motors again. Which is great, because they're the right KV. Come on, really? You're going to do me like that? Okay, there we go. So this is the camera plug that was on here. We're not going to be using this anymore. Oh boy, I do need to make sure that these pads aren't bridged though. Oops. That's going to leave a mark. Remy Tim's in the house. Maybe just giving him a second chance at trying iNav. Oh boy. Oh boy. Metal Dirtskin says, I don't even crash all that hard. Lost a few of those Talons due to 5-volt PEC failures. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's troubling. On one hand, I've been using these Talons for a long time, so like eventually our gear is gonna break. But I don't know. I've had a bunch of these that do last, so it's like not all of them. I don't know if there was just like a bad run or something like that. Kevin Sumner says freestyle rates are around 900. Tuning racing rates currently down to around 350. Jesus, that's really low. Scott says, such simple pleasures. Spent the weekend building onto my build desk. Put a battery charging wing, build area and shelves. Very cool. I love getting my little area organized. Always feels good. So let's figure out the Uart solution here first. So this is a Talon MPU 6000 F7. All right, let's look it up. Talon MPU 6000 F7. F7 MPU 6000. Let's get a... Alright, so this is for the V2. Let's compare this one to the picture on the screen, and we're going to make sure that it's the V2. So we got USB on the right, bind plug. Okay, it all looks good so far. VBAT and 5 volt, okay. Alright, I think this is the one. Let's check the bottom though, just to be totally sure. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, great. So... okay, this is what I was looking for. Alright, so I've got it, yep, RX3 and TX3. Okay, good. So I've got that there. And then on the bottom here, I've got... Okay, cool. So I think I can use this same set of wires that I had going to the... that was going to the Rush Tank VTX for the Vista, because I need VTX signal, I'm assuming, right? And then there's TX1, and then there's a positive and a negative that are going to be full voltage. Unless I don't, do I not run a video out from the flight controller because we don't use the OSD chip, or do we? DJI folks, hook a brother up. Let me know the answer to that. That's kind of inconsequential though. We've then got a 5 volt and a ground over there, okay. Camera plus minus. Alright, so on the bottom of this guy, this is where we're gonna get the even numbered Uarts. No video out. Wow, that's wild. Kevin Sumner says you don't need to wire cam or video on DJI. Or HD0 OSD happens over a Uart. Wow, that's wild. That is so strange. So what I can just do is take this yellow video wire and move it from the video out pad over to the Uart 1, the R1 pad, basically. Let's do that real quick. Let's just knock that out while I'm talking and thinking about it. Alright, so let's get this fired up here. So we're going to get some flux on the R1 pad and on the video out pad. Alright, and cool. Let me actually tin the, I'm going to tin this R1 pad real quick here. Okay, so I'll just put those anywhere. Okay, so video signal, wire. All right, awesome. Let me just take a quick look at this, make sure none of these pads are bridged. Now we're good. All right, great. So now back to the drawing here. All right. So we've got Buzzer on the right, LED on the bottom. Okay. So Uart 4 is off on the left side there. That's kind of interesting. I've got plenty of cable on this. I've got plenty of cable on this receiver, but I think that I wanted to flip this thing around so that I could mount it forwards. Yeah, if I mount it forwards like this, the bind button will be a little bit more accessible. So, and I am going to be just sticking this on top of the Vista. It looks like I didn't use the through holes in this. That's pretty unusual for me. Usually I use the through holes. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, so this is a working rig, so I'm gonna be ultra pedantic and obsessive compulsive about this rig. So fair warning. All right. So there's the okay, yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I am gonna use the pads up front because I have just enough. But I'm gonna take these wires off of the crossfire and I'm gonna flip them around the other way, and I'm gonna run the wires the length of the body of the crossfire. So they're gonna go like that, and then I want the and then I'm gonna shrink wrap the whole thing with those coming out, and then I should have access. So those wires will be going like that, and then I can plug the Immortal T on basically out the front like this, and that'll give access to the bind button. What I typically do is I'll put the Immortal T like that, and then it'll sit up on top of and then I shrink wrap the whole thing. And then the wire from the Immortal T blocks the bind button. It's a real bastard to get in there and push it. So, yeah, let's blast through this real quick while I'm thinking about it. So, I'm just gonna change the direction that these wires are kind of going in. This is not nothing super exciting, but this is, these little details do make a difference for sure. And this is the kind of stuff that, like if you want to go pro or whatever, this is the kind of stuff that in my opinion, you should be thinking about, like getting your build like really clean and thinking about serviceability, and God forbid like an over-the-air update goes through Wi-Fi to your crossfire and you get on site and none of your shit is bound, right? If your bind button is not accessible, that's a real big problem. Like that, you can't just like the producer doesn't care if you're what TBS did last night. They only care about you getting the goddamn job done. And if you can't get up in the air while the light is right, you're not going to get hired again from that person. And word of mouth is a real thing when it comes to movie sets. So you don't play games with that. You get it right. And, yeah. Hey, chat, help a brother out. Somebody type into the chat window, white, yellow, red, black. White, yellow, red, black. And then I can remove these all at once. I'm horrified that I didn't use these through holes. Oh, you know what I did? I did use the through holes, but then I just bent the wires down nice and clean. Okay. Actually, the wires are like staying in place so nicely that I think I'm good. Alright, so let's just really quickly clean this up. I could technically put the wires over down the bottom, but I like the bottom to be flat, so that it sits as flat as possible against the against whatever I'm zip tying it down to. Because that's typically what I'll do, is just shrink wrap the entire Crossfire Nano, and then just zip tie it down to. I mean, usually it's getting zip tied down to the VTX. Alright, so I just want to make sure there's some solder down here, because I'm about to use these through holes, but I'm going to do it the quick and dirty way, which is to not clear the holes out and to just, like, well, you're about to see it, so just bear with me. Thanks, guys. Richard, nice. The little colored bubbles, it's like... There we go. Much better with some flux. Let's turn on this little fan here. Alright. So... What was it first? White first? Okay. So we're going to go white first. So that's up there. So I'm just going to, like, physically... No, let's do it this way. Let's do it like this. Okay. Yeah. All right. You know what? Let me try something. Let me try something different. Let's try to get the joint hot on top, and then just drop the wire down into it. It does hold heat for a second, so this might actually work. While I'm at it, let's make sure that these wires don't get all crossed up. So we're going to unfurl them here. I am, for the record, guys, I'm head over heels in love for my girlfriend, but I'm also, admittedly, head over heels in love with Gran Turismo 7. If I had to choose, I'm pretty sure I would know which. I only said that just now because she's watching. I think she's watching. I think I know which one I would choose, but man, it'd be close. It's no contest. But my God, Gran Turismo 7 is just delightful. Just a joy. Okay, so that's the... oh, that's the wrong pad. White needs to go towards me. Alright, so let's see if this works. I don't think it will, but it's worth a shot. I sleep on the couch every night. We don't live together yet. That's why. Soon though, man, I can't wait. All right, here we go. Let's see if this works. I'm cautiously optimistic. I think I've done this once or twice before. Let's see. Let me get the pad hot. And then... Get the pad hot. Nah, it ain't gonna work. What about if I sneak the tip of the soldering iron under like that against the wood? Oh, you know what? You guys can't see shit. You guys can just see my hands. Nah, let's try this. Let's try this. Thanks to Nick Burns, I've now got the good blue tack. Let's try hanging this off the corner of the blue tack like that. I can bring the tip of the soldering iron up from underneath, and hell, I can even use my fingers now, which is really nice because you have like really good fine motor control. in your with your fingers. So I'm going to hold the soldering iron flat like this, and I'm going to bring it up from below, and let's see what we can do here. Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. Okay, I'm into that. That absolutely works. Okay, so let's keep going. That's pretty nice. That's, I gotta be honest, that's a pretty nice way of doing this. Let's see if it's repeatable. Should be. That was really easy. Having trouble with this one. Alright, we're gonna bail. I think the wires started to kind of fray out a little bit, so let's just flatten it out here. Yeah, the wires started to fray out a little bit, so we're just gonna, there we go. Okay, let's try that one more time. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. So what makes this really easy is that you can see very easily. So this is why I took a second to flux on the bottom and make sure that there was a good blob of solder on the bottom of these pads, so that when I raise the tip of the soldering iron up, I'm going to hit fresh solder, and then that's going to liquefy the entire hole. I'll give you guys the specific blue tack in a minute. I bought it from Amazon, so I can just look in my past Amazon purchases. The previous blue tack that I was using, when I would do stuff like this, it would like melt, and then like the stuff would fall off, and it was just kind of a nightmare. This proper blue tack. And I found this out from Nick Burns. Nick Burns, on one of his recent videos, was like, hey, by the way, guys, a bunch of people have asked me which blue tack I use. There is a difference. He's like, this is the good stuff. This is what you want. And I feel like he was right. Oh, man. Yeah, this is really nice doing it this way. Okay. This is way easier than using helping hands. I think I'm still... Hey, can somebody scroll up? It's white, yellow, red, black, right? Pretty sure it is. Can't imagine that it's not. Okay. Go with the ground pad. Oh yeah, man, that's really nice. That really does work well. Now let's see if the blue tack is all horrible and disgusting. Nope. See, that's really slick. Okay, white, yellow, red, black. White, yellow, red, black. Awesome. Yeah, that's really nice, man. I mean, I got this thing pretty hot, and the blue tack didn't get all disgusting and melt. Fantastic. So that's actually the first time that I've used this new blue tack. Let me get you the a link to it, and I'm also gonna put it in my I'm also gonna put it in the description. Past 3 months, January, February, March. Yeah, did I swear I ordered it this year. Oh, balls. You know what? I ordered it on Maggie's account, didn't I? All right, hold on. I'll probably just recognize it. Blue tack. It's It's not this. There it is. Bostik. Bostik Blue Tack. BLU-TACK. This is the stuff. This is the good stuff. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Because there's the original. I'm pretty sure it's the Bostik stuff. But let me just yeah, it's this color. It's the only stuff that's this color. It's got a very specific color to it, which is what Nick Burns was saying. Right 9 says his gets jacked up when you get flux on it. Oh wait. I think I'm logged in with Maggie's account over on Amazon, over on Safari. Oh, come on. I just want to make absolutely sure I'm not telling you guys to get the wrong stuff. Oh no, I'm definitely not. Balls. Hold on. Hold on, let's sign out here. And then... why is everything so difficult sometimes? Notes. Not showing my screen, right? Nope. Okay, good. Okay. Here we go. Alright, we're gonna grab this. Drop that in there. Okay, good. And password. Got it. Okay. Oh, nope, that's not the password. Okay. Password. Update password. Hey, there we go. All right, past orders. And search for BLU. Yep, that's the stuff. Bostik. Bostik Blue Tack. That's the stuff. Yep, I was right. Okay, cool. So this is it. This is what you want. Right here. Bostik Blue Tack. This is the magical stuff. Link in the place. All right, so now I've got a short affiliate link to it. We're gonna come in here, I'm gonna edit. Come down in here to the tools section. And we're gonna go blue tack. And there it is, friends. Ha! What do you think of that? Man, that worked really well. Good Lord. That is so... Blue, man, I stubbornly used the crappy blue tack. But no, the PS5 goal is at Studio 2 on the laptop. There's yeah, it's kind of a pain. Okay, so that's good to go. Matt Erickson says, so the good stuff is called blue tack, but isn't blue. That's a pale blue. The bad stuff is blue, but it's called fun tack and is no fun. Yep, that's it, Metal. You got it. Ram Donko says, bless you, good man. Adam T says, we got that. McConnell Studio says, thanks for the blue tack solution. Biggest problem, soldering over it. Yeah, I think I gave Patrick some, and I was showing him the old blue tack, and I threw it away. I was gonna show you guys the bad stuff, but yeah, you can tell by the color. Bob Noxious says using zeros again affiliate link, smart man. That, and she has Prime, so she has faster shipping. Adam T says my favorite glue is blue glue. That junk is crazy. I've never even heard of that. All right, here we go. So Crossfire is now happy. Let's get some. Might as well just knock it. Well, let me take a quick look at this ground joint. Nah, it's a little too. I want to get the ground cable a little bit farther in there. I don't know why I let it sit like that. We can use it again. Here we go. I need to just, I just want to get that ground wire a little bit farther in there. It's just sitting kind of up. I like to really try to get the silicone butted up against the through hole so that it's as strong as possible. That's better. That's much better. All right, cool. And looking good. Okay, so let's just knock this all the way out, and we'll just get this shrimp wrapped and ready to go here. So we'll throw this on, and I do like to I really like to put the Immortal T on with the UFL and then shrink wrap over it, because the shrink wrap will hold the UFL on here so that there's very little chance of it you know, popping off, as UFLs will very easily do when you least expect it. So here comes some shrink wrap. No, I don't even need to use this one. Let's just have that little roll of shrink wrap up here. That's going to be perfect. Sorry, I misspoke. It's shrimp wrap. It's not shrink wrap. Sorry. Ow! What's that? Why did my finger just hurt so much? Is that a carbon fiber splinter or something? That was weird. I'm losing my mind, I think. Okay, so I'm going to cut this extra long because I want it to really get all up on the Immortal T wire to make sure that it's really held down. I'll explain that a little bit better in a minute once I get this dropped on there. You'll see what I mean. Did the shrimp from the wrap bite you? Kevin Sumner says. I think it did. Zach is out of here. He's got to be up at 6 a.m. Sweet dreams, my friend. Dreams of FPV. Those are the sweetest of dreams. They don't come often, though. Just like my ex-wife. Oh, shit, son. Not my doing. Oh, boy. All right, there we go. So I'm going to keep these wires all prettied up and flat like that because I think it looks cool. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I want the shrink wrap to really extend out a little bit here. I want it to kind of extend out over a bunch of this UFL so that it really clamps down there and holds it on like that. All right? See what I mean? Okay. Turn the little fan away so we can use the lighter. And yeah, this should give me plenty of access to that bind button since these wires, yeah, these wires are kind of going to that side of the connector. So let's just do this. I just want to hold these wires the way that I'd like them to go. And the most random trick ever that someone told me in chat is that if you use the blue part of the flame of a lighter, meaning you use the part of the flame that's right up against the metal guard here, it doesn't turn the shrink wrap black. And I remember when that person said that, I was like, what? That can't be. Here's another little trick. If you leave enough on the end here, you can get it hot and then pinch it and close it up, and it'll be a little bit more waterproof for you. So just get the end hot and then just pinch it closed, and the shrimp wrap, will it'll stick to itself, and it'll give you a nice little. Come on, you bastard. I don't know. Use your imagination, I guess. You can kind of see it there, I guess, right? Yeah, top tip. Look at it with a loop to just make sure it did get all the way closed. Yeah, it totally did. Pretty cool. It's obviously not totally waterproof because water could get in up here, but it's somewhat waterproof when you do it that way. I think what's going on is I think it has to do with the oxygenation of the fire. I think like if the flame in here where it's blue, I bet you it's a very gassy flame. It hasn't had time to mix with the oxygen yet. And for some reason, I guess that burns cleaner or something like that. I don't know, but it's totally true. I mean, like, look at that. Look how clear that shrimp wrap still is from a flame. You know, you guys have probably used these before on shrink wrap, and they usually get it all dark and disgusting. So yeah, a little top tip. Doesn't matter at all, but, you know, just for funsies. So now... Okay, so now I need to move this to the other Uart. All right, so the Crossfire itself is all prepped up nice. Let me check what color is on RX and what color is on TX real quick. So at the moment, it's on these pads up here. So it's ground 5 volt and then RX. So yellow, look at that. All right, so I've talked about this before. On the website, the wiring diagram shows the RX3 with yellow. So when you do your build, use a yellow wire, and that'll make your life a little bit easier. See what I did there? I used a yellow wire for that pad. See? Isn't that handy? And yeah, it's just a million little things that that you can do to build better. And I'm here to tell you as many of them as I can possibly remember. Let me get caught up on chat though. Shit all over the desk here. Adam T has lost his mind. He's trying to find it. Whack FPV says, where did you get that shrimp wrap from? Just Amazon, I believe. Acrodog says, Savage Element. LMAO. CMYK says, on a pusher setup, are the props installed upside down? They are. They are. It's super weird when you do it. You're like, this doesn't feel right. Abraham says, what's up? Ramdonko says, guessing the X ain't bad, we all people. CiottiFPV, love. Frank Nicholas says, the tip of the flame is the hottest, the flame back at the later is not as hot. I wonder if that has something to do with it. I wonder if it's a heat issue. Razzie B Productions, I pronounced it wrong, says these tips are the bestest stuff. I mean, I knew these ones, but that's why I keep coming back. CiottiFPV, the greatest build teacher. Thank you, dude. Do enough builds and you pick up all kinds of weird little shit. McConnell Studios says, to pinch the heat shrink, I use tweezers close to the handle, lots of pressure, and no hot fingers. That's really smart. Monodurskin says they make waterproof shrimp wrap with glue embedded on the inside. The glue is made from the rare land shrimps. Yeah, there's two different kinds of shrimp wrap. One of them with glue on the inside, one of them without glue on the inside. I used to know which of my shrimp wrap had the glue and which didn't. Sometimes you can kind of tell because the shrimp wrap with the glue is a little bit thicker. You can definitely tell when you wrap it up against something. Like, so here's how you can tell. Here's one where you can definitely tell. I just did this right before the stream started. Check this out. I gotta put it on manual focus though to show you guys this. So this is the shrink wrap with the glue in it. If your shrink wrap, when you're putting it on, see that glue? See the glue oozing out a little bit there? This is shrimp wrap with the glue layer on the inside. That's how you can kind of tell. This is gonna be my antenna setup for this rig. I butted the plastic bastard right up against the TPU. Works pretty good. I like it. This is going to be nice and clean. All right. Torchlighters do keep it clear, Dan636. I love this little... next time you're at a gas station, get yourself one of these little guys for like $3. They're amazing to have around. The only problem with the torchlighters is it's hard to get the distance perfect, and if you get it a little too close, you can get the shrink wrap too hot and it'll melt and just be a mess. With a lighter, you can just hold it like all right, you just right up against it, and it's like just the right amount of heat. Plus, it's fun playing with Bic lighters. Am I wrong? Come on. Okay, so I don't have to worry about the colors because I use the coloring that's on the build guide there. One less thing to worry about. So let's get it desoldered from Uart 3, and then we're going to put it on the bottom, which is Uart 2, I believe. Here we go. Oh, soldering iron. How you going to cool down like that? How you going to do me like that, soldering iron? Come on now. Let's give it a second to come back up to temperature. Hey, there we go. Quadkinstein says yellow flame, incomplete combustion, carbon soot. That's what I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was carbon soot. I couldn't think of that. Nice. Look at us go, figuring it out one weird little tip at a time. That's what she said. Is it? Is it? I don't think it is. Here we go. Removing some wires. All right. All right. There's a lot of solder on this ground pad. Let's just flick it off. There we go. Pick it up. Get rid of it. Always remember, solder has a little bit of lead in it, so solder is technically kind of like toxic waste in a way. So throw it away. Look at all those shiny pads. I'm not going to use a single one of them. Like 20 minutes ago, every single one of these pads was being used, and now none. Okay, so on the wiring diagram, on the bottom, we've got TX2. Maybe I'll go up to Uart 6, because then I can use 4 pads in a row. Why aren't those 2 pads labeled? Huh. They just didn't label 2 of these pads. That's weird. Yeah, I'm going to use these 4 I'm going to put it up onto Uart 6, so I can use 4 pads in a row. So from the left going to the right, we've got ground 5-volt RX-TX. Okay. Ground 5-volt RX-TX. So let's tin them up. And then we'll zap these wires on down. Okay. Coming to the end of the road on this little bit of solder here, but that's okay. That was weird. Whoa. What's happening here? Is the soldering iron tip like that oxidized from just 1 second? Oh, it was weird. Oh, no, never mind. This is a ground pad. This is a ground pad. That's why. Okay. Oh, yeah, much better. All right, let me get this fan blowing on me again. Get some of these fumes out of here. Cool. What did I say? Ground first. All right. Ramdango says, how old are you? I am 40. I'm about to be 41 in April. Ramdango says, no double Ciotti. What's that mean? What's that mean, Ram? No double Ciotti. I don't know what that means. Okay. Here we go. We're going to work from top to bottom. That way we're not crossing over ourselves. And when you flat solder, you just want to get the wire down as close to the PCB as possible, so that if the wire gets yanked, there's not much leverage. The higher up the wire is sitting on like a big blob of solder, the easier it's going to be to rip that pad off if the wire gets pulled. So you want to just try to get the wire down super flat, pretty much touching the PCB. And I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Okay, so my yellow wire is an RX, and then the next pad is RX. Awesome. Hey, this is one of the rare cases where the wires do not cross over at all. My God, is that satisfying. Any other crazy people know what I'm talking about? Okay. Man, I love doing these with my fingers rather than the tweezers. It's you just have like that extra little bit of control. And these 30 gauge wires don't really, like they do, if you're quick, they really don't get that hot until you get really close in here. But it's worth the pain. So that's looking pretty good. So you see how the wires are like almost completely flat against the PCB? That's what you want. I could technically get these a little bit flatter with the tweezers, but I think this is good enough. Let me take a quick look with the 5X loop. Always check your work. Yeah, those are flat enough. Like I could maybe get them a little bit flatter. The only problem with using your fingers is you can typically not get the pads completely flat. But this is good enough. This is totally fine. Brandon's Baked Beans has the same birthday. That's right. Right. Yeah. My dad was hanging out yesterday. That was super cool. He's the best, man. I'm so lucky to have such an awesome couple of parents. All right, so these wires need to go in this little gap here, I think. Will they do it when they're spun, is the question. Let's get them spun up and see what happens. Okay. Maybe just one more turn, I think. Alright, so let's see. Will they go in there? Oh yeah, perfect. Beautiful. Okay. I am digging that. Good. Always put like an extra turn and then back it off. That'll give the wires a little bit of like memory, basically. Alright, so this is going to sit like this. Looking good. And let's do a quick little test fit here. So we want it to be going in this direction. Okay. Alright, and then the crossfire is just going to like probably turn over like that. I'll come out the back. And oh my god, yes. Yes. Beautiful. Dead center on where the Vista is going to sit. All right, looking good. Looking good. So now we can move over to the Vista. And the land of confusion will begin. Oh my god, look, they've got the pads labeled. So on the Vista, we've got S-Bus, ground, TX, RX. I think that's another ground. And then is that video? Is that a V for video? What? So, ground? No, V for voltage. V for voltage. Okay, V for voltage. So we're going to go voltage, then ground, then RX, then TX. What's the deal with, do these guys want, does RX on the Vista go to TX on the flight controller like a sane person would design it? Or does RX go to RX, which only complete morons would set up? Flight 1. Kiss. You can't just say yep, guys. RX to TX like regular. Hey! DJI, I would just like to say thank you. Thank you for not being just the dumbest in the world. My God. So they do have the little cutouts, which kind of makes me want to run the wires straight up or straight down. I think I'm gonna mount it. I think I'm gonna mount it like this with the USB facing upwards. I don't really see a reason to mount it upside down. So USB facing upwards, and then these pads are here. The only problem with doing that is these. If I send them up, it's going to be right on top of the UFL. So I can't send. That's kind of a stupid design decision, and that's the voltage and grounds too. So that's kind of dumb. It almost looks like It almost looks like there's room to run the cables in through here. So I'm going to pull this thing straight down to the base plate. So I got to figure out... I was thinking I was just going to run these cables up and over. Just run them up and over the top. But the voltage and ground are not... That ain't going to fly with those. So now I... Oh, wait, no. I'm going to mount this backwards. Yeah, okay. I'm going to mount this... That's right. I have enough cable length on the camera here where I'm gonna... Oh, shit. I don't have a flat spot to mount this to. Ooh, okay. I did not know that about the... I did not think about that with the CineSplore. Interesting. Okay, so this is going to sit up on these nuts. So I'm not going to be using the heat transfer tape, unfortunately, on this. Unless I make it, like, really thick. Let's see. Man, I really want to use this stuff. Let me cut a big chunk of it, and I'm going to see if I fold it 4 times, if I can... So what's this going to sit on? This is going to sit up on these press nuts, which are kind of tall. Ooh. Gross. That sucks. Let's clear... Let me just clean the base plate. Right 9 says to pull it apart. Oh, really? Well, actually, what's that do? Wait, so are you saying if you do pull it apart, you can run the wires through the center there? Man, that looks kind of tight, though. I'm not going to do that on this one. But let me clean the... let me clean this base plate. And I want to see what I can do with this... heat transfer tape, because I would really love to use it. I've been waiting to use it. Okay. We are nice and clean. And now we are nice and dry. Okay. The heat transfer tape is pretty thin, so I don't know. Don't pull it apart, Frank Nicholas says. They're heat sink compound and other things. Tyler Duty says, can't run wires through it, but you can take it apart to solder easier. Oh, now I know what you mean. Now I see what you're saying. Yeah, look at that. It's really close. Okay. I think I'll be all right. Because I am going to use the little pockets, and I'm going to send the wire straight down, so I'll be able to push the wire into the little pocket. So I should be okay. But first, let me play around with this heat transfer tape here for a second. Let's get the scissors out. Abraham says, no, you can't run the wires through unless you ditch the middle heat sinks. Worth it, but it makes accessing the pads easier. So I'm going to cut a big old chunk of this because I'm going to fold it onto itself twice. So I'm going to fold it onto itself once here. And then I'm going to cut it straight across because it's driving me insane. Alright, and then I'm going to peel this off. Oh no, it's not going to be thick enough. I can already tell. I can already tell. Alright, so I'm going to peel it off of itself like that, and then I'm going to fold it over again. As I make this heat transfer tape thicker and thicker, it's probably not going to work as good, is what I'm assuming. Well, that's actually not too bad. I'm kind of like halfway there. No, it's more than halfway there. So I would need 8 layers, I think, of the heat transfer tape in order for it to really be jamming up in there. And so then I'd put one piece there, and that would like line up with that part. Interesting. Huh. Abraham says, not worth taking apart just to solder. You can get them, guys. Brings Big Bean says, don't take it apart, just solder the edge of the castellations. That's the word that I can never remember. Riot 9 says, don't run the wires through the middle. Frank Nicholas says, airflow under it with spacers will work better than the heat transfer tape. Think so? Usually heat transfer tape onto carbon fiber is a really good way of dissipating heat. Carbon fiber is actually a really good heat sink, believe it or not. Alright, yeah, I mean, trying to fold this up 4 times is going to be a real bastard. But man, I have all this heat transfer tape. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. For science. We're going to do it. And there will still be airflow underneath it. So we'll kind of get the best of both worlds. So I'm going to need to cut a big old chunk of this. Maybe that's enough? That's a big old chunk. Hot glue and send it. Okay. For science, we be doing this. And because, you know, like I've been telling you guys, there's nothing too good for the rigs that are going to get worked. God forbid, like, this thing gets stuck somewhere. Blown to Bits says, folding up the heat transfer tape reduces its efficiency. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. On one hand, it's like, if it would work better as a thicker... If it would work better, they would have made it thicker, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know. But this will take but a second, and then I'll be able to say that I used heat transfer tape. On mine, and maybe that'll make it work better. Probably not, but never know. Could save you. I mean, I'm going to be super honest here. This is the minimum amount of heat transfer tape that I was able to buy. And and I'll be damned if I don't use all of it. You know what I mean? Like, I have all this heat transfer tape. I'm gonna figure out a way to use it. And so what that means is I'm gonna have to use it on every single build. Wow, that big ass chunk is not even enough. This is not enough. That was not long enough. Jesus. So that's the thickness that I need. Okay. So now let's check that versus the thickness of... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Man, it might not work now, though. Look how thick that is. That looks really strange. Okay, this is actually just about right for in front here. In front of these little screw holes. So, cool. I'm happy with that. Alright. We're going to put it like that. And there we go. Alright, so the front piece is done. We're going to do a bigger piece for the back here. So I'm going to use this as my guide. This is too short. So I need to go quite a bit longer. Alright. So that was too short. Let's go like... I'm going to go like twice as long. Go all the way back here. Okay. Let's use that. My God. Ooh. This is the jam. Here we go. Wow, that big ass chunk is not even enough. Alright. Let's get to folding. Oh God, it becomes a lot harder when it gets... Oh. This becomes a lot harder when it gets longer. Hey, boys! Common tail. Alright, I gotta really line this up just right. Oh wow, yeah, this is tough. There we go. Okay, that's good. That's pretty straight. Okay, peel this off. Come on. Come on. Don't be a dick. Be cool. Be cool, heat transfer tape. Be cool. There we go. You're not being cool. Folding it does reduce its heat transfer. Frank Nicholas says they make thicker for a reason. Watch some overclocker videos. Oh, that sucks. You can buy less. Wrap the whole quad in heat transfer tape. Various thicknesses. Alright, cool. Well, that's annoying. I guess now I need to buy thicker heat. Well, no. This is me being stubborn right now. I probably won't use it on the other CineSplore. I'll just put it up on spacers. But this is a fun little experiment. Alright, so peel it off half. And get this folded over. Alright. So now that's 4 thick. And then this, and now we're going to make it 8 thick. Not to be confused with A thicks. Hey! See what I did there? Oh, the fan just went dead. Alright. Get that plugged in. Cool, so here we go. An 8 thick piece of probably no longer even functioning heat transfer tape. It's alright though. It's fine. Might be better than nothing. Maybe. All right! Look at us go! So that's going to just plop on there. But first, I'm going to get everything soldered up to the flight controller here. So, we've got... I'm going to put this up on end like this. And so I need to tin the RX and TX pad. So let's... Woo! Let's do that first. Jesus. And I'm going to clean up the other pads while I'm at it. Get some flux on here. Okay. Let's get to tinning. And 83%. Nice. Okay. And here's the two fresh pads. One and two. Let's take a look at that, make sure everything looks good. Oh yeah, we got plenty of solder in there. All right, so we've got voltage, then ground. Somebody type into the chat for me, voltage, ground, RX, TX. It's from the outside in. And here is our flight controller. Oh my god, there's a chance that not a single wire will cross over on this build. That's absurd. I need to get the little ends on the wires flattened out on these. They got a big ass angle on them at the moment. Let's just do that. These actually look okay. The yellow one could use a little bit of love. There we go. Okay, so voltage first. And I'm going to do it by hand again. Getting all handsy tonight. Everything's by hand tonight. No tweezers. Oh, easier said than done on this thing. Kind of wants to flip over on me. Oh! Let's see. All right, let's see. Let's see how versatile the proper blue tack is. Oh my goodness! Come on now. That is just wonderful. Zapped on here, and we can move on to the next thing. Alright, I am going to tin the tip of the soldering iron just to make absolutely sure there's enough solder going on here, and it'll transfer the heat a little bit quicker. Alright. Here we go. Got a little bit on there. Awesome. So it was voltage, then it was ground, and then I got to figure out the RX and TX thing. All right, here's ground. Let me make absolutely sure that it has That's enough solder. Yep, there we go. All right, great. And then, so what is it? RX. Oh no, the wires are gonna cross. So my yellow wire is RX on the flight controller. So the third pad over on the Vista is RX. All right. Damn it. So yeah, oh wait, no, they don't cross over. Look at that. Yeah, there's no crossing. There's no crossing over at all. Oh, what a time to be alive, friends. Oh, that's the most saddest. I seriously think this is the first time ever that not a single wire is having to cross over on one of my builds. Man, this DJI thing ain't bad. Gotta be honest. Wow. That is satisfying on a whole other level. Man, oh, that makes me want to do like a full clean build where I don't even rotate any of the wires. Just run the wires absolutely minimum wire length and just run them completely straight. All neat and tidy like, you know what I mean? Ugh. Can you imagine how satisfying that would be? Oh, the whole build, just all the wires just going like this, front to back on the build. Ooh. Come on. You can't tell me that that wouldn't make you excited in the crotchal region. All right, let's check our work here. Everything is nice and flat, and there's plenty of solder. It's nice and shiny. And the only thing I'm going to do, because this comes so close to the UFL, I'm just going to take flush cutters here. I think these are, I don't know if these are really considered flush cutters, but I'm just going to cut the little tiny bit of wire that's sticking up there from the voltage and from the ground, just so that it's completely flat. God forbid the head on the UFL touches it. That could create a issue. And while I'm at it, I might as well cut the little piece off of the yellow. I didn't get the ground one quite flat enough. Or not ground voltage, rather. There we go. That's the stuff. Okay, beautiful. Abraham says, good tip above from blown to bits. UFL ground can make... Hey, yeah, that's exactly what I'm... That's funny. Let me see what blown to bits says. Try to minimize the voltage solder on top near the UFL. Yeah, exactly. That's a real thing. That's happened to me. That happens on Ishin Nano VTXs actually. If you plug the UFL in and you rotate it in the one direction, it'll touch the side of the capacitor, and the damn thing won't turn on. The VTX won't turn on. All you got to do is rotate that out of the way, and then it's good to go. So yeah, let me give this one more quick look. Yeah, nice and flat up there. Good. Good. That should be totally fine. Although I'm not just gonna blindly trust it. I'm gonna test it real quick, just because I haven't, I haven't built with one of these before. I'm gonna be completely insane, and I'm actually gonna plug this UFL in. And just look at the clearance with the 5X loop. Actually, on second thought, you know what I'm going to do? This is something that I've done here and there. Whenever I'm worried about this, what I'll do is I'll put a tiny little bit of shrink wrap on this UFL. All right, so here's what the UFL looks like now, naked. Right? You've all seen them. Here's what I'm going to do. Wait, maybe I have a little piece in my little junk bin. And I do. guys probably know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to run a little piece of shrimp wrap up to as close as I can to the little jib jab. Know what I'm saying? The jib jab? You guys know what a jib jab is, don't you? We've been living in a cave. Okay, so we're going to cut this real short. Real short. We don't need much on there. Just a little bit. Cut it nice and short. And then hopefully it'll fit over the head of the Uart. Son of a bitch. Alright, so now we need to stretch this. If you didn't know, now you know. You can stretch shrink wrap just a little bit. Get your little needle nose pliers real gentle. Just stretch it. Just a little bit. And then rotate it. Stretch, rotate, stretch, rotate, stretch, rotate. And when it shrinks back down, it shrinks all the way down to the original size. So this is another way. This is a way you can get shrink wrap to actually grab tighter, is by getting shrink wrap that's a little bit too small, and then you stretch it out a little bit, and then you shrink it back down, and it will grip a little bit tighter. When you're doing this, you got to make sure, though, that you don't get it over the little the part that needs to connect. You'll know. So that is the solution to that. Right there. You just run a little tiny piece of shrink wrap right up to the UFL, and you can get it like, I really brought it up there close. Let me show you how close you can get it. It's worth doing the autofocus real quick here. You can get it all up on there. Where the hell's my hand? There it is. See that? Isn't that cool? I do that on some of the newbie drone boards because I'm paranoid. But yeah, there's a little tip for you. You don't want it any closer than that. That's pretty much absolutely as close as you can get it. Cool. You could make the argument that you should do this on every single UFL that you've got, because what this will also do is it'll give the so if you pull on this really hard, you can rip the brass part right off of there. Especially if you leave this a little bit longer, and especially if you get some of the shrink wrap that's got the glue on the inside, you can, yeah, it'll make it a little bit stronger. Shrimp wrap is a good idea. Wish I thought about that before. Blend Bit says, food for thought. Real tight tolerances on UFLs and those little retaining clips. Might have just made it too thick for the retaining clip. Oh, that's interesting. Let's find out. Let's find out. I don't think so. I think it's far enough out. But that's a really good thought. All right, so it's snapped on, and now here's the retaining clip. I think it goes that way. Oh, no, it's totally fine. It's kind of loose, actually. Do I have it on upside down? No. Do I? Wait, hold on. Let me look at another Vista. I thought these retaining clips were supposed to be like so stiff that they try to shoot off to the moon. No, I got it on there, right? Oh wait, no I don't. 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 It goes under. That's right. It goes under. Okay. Yeah, it'll tighten up quite a bit. No, it's perfect. It gets a little bit of tightness. Goes right under there. Get in there. Get in there. It's kind of just right. I just need to get it in there. Get in there, you little bastard. You're not too good for your home, are you? There it is. Yeah. Oh my God. That's nice. Although it did, on this side, it did just slip off of the little ledge thing. Gotta figure out names for these. Names for this stuff. Hey. Okay, so I need to get it up on the little notch. There it is. I think, yeah, it's on the little notch now. And then we need to get it under. Awesome. There we go. That's the stuff. Yeah, that sits in there really nice, actually. Ooh, gives a little bit of resistance. Ooh. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about America. And I'm just going to leave it on there. It's fine. Get it routed once it's in the rig. Oh, we'll be golden. Look at this little package. That's what she said. Look at this little communications package that I got going on here. Oh boy. What a fancy little effer. I hope this antenna is long enough for the back of the frame. Let's see. Once this is sitting down, those are gonna be like that. And whoo, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. I don't like how close that's gonna be. I wish I had cut this down a little bit. The problem that I'm gonna have is this TPU. Yeah, this is gonna kind of be pulling on that. That's no good. This is no good. This ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna get this figured out. This is just ever so slightly too short. I can either cut down the TPU or I can cut down this tube. I could also use one of these little guys to put the tube in, but then it wouldn't sit up as high. I like this because it makes it sit up high. I do also have this. I could put this on the rear standoff and then have this antenna going straight up out the back. But I kind of like to hang the battery off the back a little bit because it's so nose heavy. So if I put this on the rear standoff and then ran that guy straight up, I wouldn't be able to hang the battery as much off the back, but it might actually be okay. A couple different ways of doing this. With a CineWhoop, so normally on freestyle rigs, I love this mount here because it puts it out the back at a 45-degree angle, so that when you're flying at like a 30, 35, 40-degree angle, that angle on the back makes the antenna sit straight up in the air. CineWhoop, you never put the nose down that much, you know what I mean? So with a CineWhoop, you kind of want the antenna just to go straight up. RG13 says, just picked up DJI goggles, BDI Digidaptor, looking forward to building next quad. Very cool. Blunda Bits tells me to look at Jackalope. I don't think Ciotti sees or knows the little bump on the one side, that the one side goes over. The little nub that sticks down, right, and then the latch goes in it. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It slipped off of that. Maxwell says, cut away some of the harder plastic, shrink stuff, and run the antenna closer to the frame. Yeah, it's I'm worried about cutting into this plastic though because I could easily nick the wire. What's going to be safer is to cut this TPU, or I can just use a different little antenna mounting setup. I have two different options here. Maybe even three? No, that hole's not big enough. So I have two different mounting solutions. This one would sit on the rear standoff and it would put it up at a 45. Ooh, I kind of like this one. But the problem with the nice thing about this is it's going to put the antenna up as high as possible. This guy, the plastic tube, is going to be all the way down here, so the antenna is only going to stick up a little bit. Not a huge deal, because it's just a CineWhoop. And then this one This is gonna sit like that, and then the plastic. Okay. Let me do this actually. Let's put it all back together with standoffs, and then I'll just put the standoffs on, and I'm sorry, I'll put the adapters on, and we'll see which one works best. Because it's just too hard to like visualize each one of these little mounting solutions. But the setup that I've got on it right now is definitely not going to work. So let's yank this off of here, and whew, God, I'm always so nervous taking those off. Okay, so let's get this cut out of here. Okay. Oh boy. I hate having to cut this shrimp wrap off of antennas. It always makes me so fucking nervous. Alright, there we go. So 1, 2, 3. Those are our mounting solutions. Options, whatever. Alright, that should be enough. This is, again, the shrink wrap with the glue. Now you're really going to get to see the glue. Come on. Get out of there. Get off. Get off. I'm trying to show you guys what I'm doing, but it's really hard to like hold stuff out in front of me while I'm doing it. So sometimes I have to pull it in close to my body to get the job done. That's what I'm doing right now. Come on. Is that enough? Oh, God. Yeah. That's it. I think I got it. Nope, almost. One more little bit here. I take my time when I'm doing this because if you nick the antenna wire, it's no good. There you go. There's some of the glue that's still left on it. Okay. All right, let's put this thing back together. All the soldering is done. In theory, everything should just fire up and work. Oh, I do need screws. I need to figure out the right length of screw. Abraham says, check the pic I just sent, live stream Discord. If you want an antenna mount like that, all you need is standoff to standoff length. Acro Weeboo is in the house. He says, I did the thing, check DM. What did you do? Blundabit says, worry about the flight controller, right? 9 ports out above. Wires made TV too short. Nope, it'll be just right. You're about to see. You're about to see. Come for a ride with me. I'm gonna try M2 by 18, maybe? 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and then, so that would make this an 18. Is this an M2 by 18? Let me take a quick look. I'll roll it real quick. Oh, I dropped it on the ground. Gone forever. There it is. Yep. Alright, so let's try an M2 by 18 because we do have some thickness under the bottom plate. Let's see if this is the right size. Okay. Oh, come on. Be cool. Get up in there. There we go. Okay. That's up from the bottom. Let's see. Alright. Going up through there. looks about right. Yeah, it's not pushed down yet. It's sitting up on cables. Might actually be a little bit too long. You get out of the way there. You get out of the way. Get out of the way. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I think that's perfect. It's going to pull down into the... It's going to moosh down. Yeah, that's it. M2 by 18. Cool. So... Well, actually, yeah. I can just drop that on there, I think. Yeah, we're good. Let's get it. Put this down here. And I don't have any nuts ready. Yeah, I do. Look at me go. I got some nuts. Just want to get one of these on so it's not flopping around. Okay. So, there's this. And this. I think I'm going to run the camera wire up over the flight controller. Alright, so I got them twists in this wire. That's looking good. This is going to pass out the side there. I guess there's kind of no reason to... These are just digital wires, but... it's digital signal going through the wire, so it doesn't really matter twisting them, but it does look better, and it is a little bit neater. So let's put a couple of twists on the wires between the flight controller and the Vista here. I think that's about good. Yeah, that's probably about it. Good. So then one more little half twist. And okay. So then these guys are going to go in through there on the side like that. This guy is going to sit down like that. I'm going to force these wires downwards. Oh man, this is going to be... Wait. Balls. Okay, I have to use a different antenna. For some reason I thought that this UFL was on this side. That's okay. I have these antennas with longer... You know what's funny is I have a couple of these antennas with really long leads on them, and I was like, man, when the hell am I ever going to use those? Right now is the answer to that. Cool. So I can use this one, or I can use this one, or I can use this one. I'm not going to use that one. All right. So I'm going to use one of these three. This is from FPV Cycle. Nice long lead on it. This is from TrueRC. Nice long lead here. That should be just about the right length to loop around. Nope, not long enough. Okay, cool. That one's out. There's this one. Kind of like a no-name brand. Alright. Yeah, that one would work. The only problem with this one is this tube is a little small. I don't think it's going to fit in here. But I can beef the tube up with a piece of shrink wrap, so that's actually no big deal. So like if I ran this, maybe I'll do it this one, and then have it come right up and out here off the standoff with one of these guys. This would be the other option. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Technically, I could use this. I bet you I could fit this in here. Let's see. Let's see if this will be happy clamping down on this guy. I would need to put some shrink wrap over it, but it'll kind of hold it. It will hold it. I think I'm going to do one of these little guys, though. I think I'm just going to use this little fella here. I'll throw a piece of shrink wrap to beef this up so that it fits a little bit better in this side of this thing. And although let's dry fit it first. Let's dry fit it real quick. It might just work. Brandon's Baked Bean says that no name is the stock Caddx polar antenna. It works pretty good for me. Very cool. Very, very cool. Jesus. I know this will go through, but why are you being such a jerk about it? Come on, get up in there. Get up in there, homie. What are you doing? What? No, that's a bad idea. Are the heads on these bigger? That doesn't make any sense. I've fed these through before. Let me just try this real quick. Let me just throw a file down here real quick. Maybe there's probably some 3D printing edges that are being a pain in the ass. Oh God, I stabbed myself. No blood though. All right. See if that's any better. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, well, you know, I'm glad that I'm having trouble because this is the wrong one. This is for the wrong side. So is this. Hold on. Let me get the right one. The correct one, I should say. Damn it. I didn't get one of the correct ones out of the bag. There's a left and right on those. On these little 45-degree jib jabs. Where are you at, little guys? Are you in this little baggie? No. Are you in this little baggie? Yes. No? Yes. No? Yes. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. We are nearing the end, friends. I know it doesn't look like it, but we're almost there. We are almost there. Where are the ones from the other side? Show yourself. Show yourselves! Where are you in there? Where are you, little guys? Arrgh. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. No, 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 no. No. Oh, come on. Don't tell me I don't have... No, 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 no. Come on now. Really? Don't be like that. Don't be like that. There's going to be a duct, so it has to be on the correct side. And I don't want to cross over, because I want to use as much of the cable length as possible. How do I not have... How do I have two from one side? Am I using them on other builds on the other side or something? That's weird. Oh, maybe they aren't double-sided. Hold on. Am I losing my mind? Is it double-sided? So if it sits on the standoff like this... Yeah, no, I need it to be the other way. What's happening? Is this real life? Airwave 3 FPV with $1 super chat. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. I'll be damned. I don't have it for the other direction. That is stupid. Okay. Let's Let's change tact here. I could put it on this standoff. Well, you know, it'll have enough cable. It'll have enough cable to wrap around. So it's going to sit on there. Sit on there like that. Wrap it around tight. And I could probably come up over the top like that. And then it'll sit right there. Yeah, that'll be fine. That might even, hell, that might even be better that way. Or I guess I could send it this way. Why don't I just send it this way? Send it over here. And then run it. Oh yeah, okay, we're fine. But I do need to figure out how the hell to get this UFL through here. Because, yeah, it is not cooperating. Is this thing symmetrical? I think it is. This is the first Vista Quadenstein. Well, this is the first time I've built... Yeah, this is the first time I've built with a Vista. What is the deal here? What is your damage, bro? I know that I've put UFLs through this before. I'm certain of it. Christ, when I took this apart, that was the setup. But for some reason, it's let's put some heat in there. Maybe there's just some like stringies that are being kind of a pain. Maybe that's the issue. I almost think that this UFL head is a little bit bigger, but I don't know if that makes any sense. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think maybe it just needed a little bit of heat to smooth out the TPU. Or I just wasn't... maybe I was just being too gentle on it. I don't know. But it's in there now. I just need to give it a little moosh. Okay. Come on. Get up through there. Get on in there. Come on, little buddy. You got this. You can go through there. This is going to be your new home, friend. Okay, what, why? Why are you doing this to me? Just go in there. Maybe if it's down. Sometimes, like, if you rotate them in a certain direction, they'll be better about going through. This one seems a little tight, though. I don't know. This is weird. I'm approaching give up status because I actually don't... I think that might not go through there. Good call. Blown to bits. Let's try to stretch the TPU out. Yeah, Danzilla, have you ever tried to ream TPU out? Good lord, it is rough. It just doesn't like it. Oh, you know why? The universe was helping me out here. I need to put a piece of shrink wrap on this before I send it through here. So that it'll fit properly. Oh, the universe was totally looking out for your boy on this one. Yeah, if I'd sent this through here, I wouldn't be able to get the shrink wrap on here. Awesome. Okay. Ooh, that would have pissed me off. If fighting with it that much, it had then... I would have had to take it back out of there. Good God, that would have been maddening. All right, so we're just gonna take a little piece of shrink wrap here. Sorry, shrimp wrap. And let's say like that much. That's way too much, but it'll be fine. Better to have too much than too little. Awesome. All right, so this needs to go on here first, and then once we get it all figured out, I'll shrink that down. But for now, I did stretch this thing open. Let's see if it had any effect. Not really. TPU is interesting stuff, man. When you try to file it down, like, it really fights you. I should have a big ass file somewhere in here, though. You know what I'll try? Try shooting some fire through it. That's the solution, isn't it? Shoot that fire. Okay, there we go. Shooting some fire through it. All right, there's one side. All right, let's see if that works. Ooh, now I want to, now that it's warm, now I want to run these through it and try to stretch it out a little bit. Yeah. That's the ticket. That's the move right there. All right. Let's see. Quick. I'm cautiously optimistic. Yep, there it goes. Oh! Yeah, so see how it's not even that loose. Yeah, I think it's going to be perfect with this shrink wrap on it. I think it's going to fit in there really nice. Okay, woohoo, boy. That took a minute. God damn. It's wild how shit like stupid stuff like that in a build will just really drastically increase the amount of time that a build takes. Okay. More M2x18 screws, and we'll pull the thing down. What's up, Carbon Cage? Where are those screws at? 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay, so they're these. So boom. Boom. Those, and okay. Am I going to be able to get that? Let's do this before I crank this thing down. Oh, you know what? I wanted to change the standoffs on this build. I'm going to go to a little bit of a shorter standoff. Man, I almost forgot. Jesus. So let me do that. Although, wait, aren't these like a really long standoff? Aren't these like a 35, I think? I don't think I have a 30. I just have 25s, I believe. I can go 5 mil shorter on these standoffs, but that's it. What is this? I gotta measure this. Hold up. This is... Oh no, this is just a 30. Cool. So I'm sure I've got 25s. What color is this rig? This rig's red? Alright. So this is a 30. I think these are... That's a 30, so that makes this... These are 28s, so that makes these 25s. This rig has a ton of red on it. Why do I have so many 25s? Jesus. Let's... I don't really know if this rig has like a color scheme to it, but let's go. Does that look like a 25 to you? Yeah, it's a 25. Let's go with. It's got a big chunk of blue TPU in the front. It was the hardest part of any build, deciding on the color scheme. The Tooth Fairy 2 is gonna be how many standoffs does this use? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I don't even have enough of the black ones. 30s can go up there for the time being. Let's do blue in the back. Now we'll do blue in the front. And then we'll do Denzel the Terrible wants red and black. That's still 25? Yeah. I'm also pausing because there's a chance that this won't work with 25mm standoffs. And if I put this all together and then I have to switch to standoffs, I'm going to be kind of pissed. So I'm kind of thinking about not doing this at the moment, but let's just do it for science. It's either purple or blue. I don't have enough blue. Blue. Let's go red. We're gonna go red. All red on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Should not have taken that long. Okay. Get this guy up in here. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. I'm okay having OCD tendencies. It feels good, man. It feels good. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth every wasted moment. Holy standoff kit, Batman, Marcel says. Yeah, I've been building for a long time. You know what it is? Like, whenever I do an order, I'll, like, hit whatever the website it is. I'll hit their accessories section and just, like, take a quick look. And, like, when you do that over and over and over again, you just, like, you know, keep buying a standoff here, a standoff there. And then what's really cool is eventually you've got like this banging kit of standoffs, and then no matter what, you have like the exact right length that you need. And man, is that satisfying when you kind of always have the right standoff, in stark contrast to everything else in life where you never have exactly what you need. These standoffs are little fighters. They're hard to come at. They're hard to get out of there. Let me mount the. Let me put 1 or 2 more screws in the Vista here, because I don't want to accidentally like yank on it. All right. And here's a little nut. There we go. Well, I mean, I guess I might as well just crank the Vista down. There's no reason to wait. So let's throw all 4 screws in it. And I don't know if I'm gonna get to the nylock. I hope I can get to the nylock in these M2 nylock screws. We're gonna see in a second here. take a look. Come on. Alright. And last one. Okay, let's just turn this guy in. Jared says, happy your homie. It's so hard for me to go back to my analog quads now. I think for the rate 120 foot per second cams. Yeah, I'm. This is gonna be cool, man. I'm excited. This is the first. This is the first of the builds. There's gonna be a bunch of builds, a bunch of rigs getting torn apart, and Vista's thrown into them this week. So it's gonna be a lot of work, but it's worth it. Okay. That's good. Now, let's just see how much I can crank on these before it bottoms out on the press nuts. I think I'm good. I'm into the nylock. That's what I was concerned about. Cool. Alright, so the Vista is in, and it compressed down really nicely. My little faux measurements seem to have worked pretty well. These screws are just barely long enough, but I think that they are indeed long enough. Oh, look at that, man, that's nice. It's almost like very slightly soft mounted too from the heat transfer tape. The 8 thick heat transfer tape. Which might not be doing anything, but whatever, it's fine. It's keeping this from, if nothing else, it's supporting the front and the rear of the Vista, which is good because the highest point of this base plate is are the press nuts. Look at that, cool. Okay, that looks good. Vista, you can just hang out wherever. And away we go! I need to put one more turn on this flight controller. This little bundle of wires going to the Vista is disgusting. Ooh, much better. Much better. Yeah. Okay. Good. I like that. And this guy is going over onto this side. Just trying to get some of this shit out of the way. Alright, that's looking good. So that's going to sit up there like that. Yeah. Alright, before I forget it, let me plug the flight controller into the ESC. Okay. Got that there. This here. Okay. Get in there. Get in there, you little devil. Come on. Come on. Oh, no, pins are not up. Pins up. There we go. That'll work a lot better. Hey! Go figure. When you line the pins up, the right orientation, it works a lot better. Who would have ever thought? Okay, so then we pull this guy back. just gonna move this harness up and out of the way a little bit here. There we go. Okay. That is looking good. Those wires are out of the way. Nothing's rubbing against the flight controller. Ooh, look at that adorable little setup there. Blown to Bits says, gotta go, but you're super awesome, very positive, engaging, keep up the great work. Thanks, Blown to Bits. Hope you enjoyed. Airwave says, Vista or air unit for freestyle 5-inch. I don't really see the point of the air units on anything, to be super honest. I'm not a big DJI person. This is the first DJI build I've ever done, so maybe don't listen to me, but I don't know, the air units don't really make a lot of sense to me. They're really big, they're really heavy, so yeah, it doesn't really seem like onboard DVR is worth all of that size and weight. Woo, boy! These standoffs. So these standoffs go through the base plate and then they anchor into the to the X plate, actually, on the very bottom. And so they're, yeah, they're hard to get in and out. This is a part of the reason why I was kind of like, well, do I really want to do this? Because I knew these were going to be a bastard to pull out of here. But it's okay, man. We're doing it. We're in it. We're all the way in it tonight. Oh, this one's way loose. This one's like falling out. That's fine. That's great. Happy about that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I am like, I've gone like all in on these CineSplores in terms of lightweight. I've got like all kinds of TPU hardware in here. Whew! All right. So I just need to switch out the front standoffs, which will be a pain in the ass, but not the end of the world. Let's push these 25s in. All right, there's one. Here's the other. Okay. Good. You don't have to get them all the way seated. Once you put the screw on the bottom, you'll pull them down and in. Perfect. And it's driving me nuts that this Immortal T keeps bobbling around, so I'm gonna do the rear standoffs and get the Immortal T going. So that's like this, and then how do I usually put these? I put these. Do I put them inwards? Or do I put them outwards? I think I put them inwards. Yeah, I put them inwards. All right. Get this little friend here. So he's just gonna get VHB'd up on top. And the moment of truth, will it clear? Yes, it will. Good God, that is close though. Jeez, not much room to breathe. Glad I used that heat transfer tape. Maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, so he's gonna be up there. Alright. And then I guess I'll just run this crossfire down the side. Now, oh God, that's... Jesus, there's not a lot of... oh my God, there's not a lot of slack there. I might actually run it the other direction. If I run it this direction, I'll have a little bit more lead. This is maybe a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna run it that direction. Okay, that's a good idea anyway, because the other antenna is going the other direction. And I mean, if I really need the extra space, I could just run it like this. Okay. Alright, so that's fine. Hold on. I want to do this first. Because this is, I'm going to start to bury this UFL, and then it's going to get really, oh, farts. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that little clip on there. God damn it. I might have done this in the wrong order. Let's get this shrink wrap on here, and then I'm going to figure this out. So I do want it to overlap a little bit, so let's say roughly there. I think that's about good. Okay. And so we will plug it in. And then I'm going to start struggling with that. I have a feeling I'm going to start struggling with that little clip. Okay, felt it click. Run it over like that. Well, no, actually, let's just keep it forward because that's going to help with that little clip, I think. Clip is up here. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. This might be a goddamn nightmare. Ruby Tim says the air unit has no purpose. I thought so. Only difference is HD DVR, but that function has serious issues writing to SD cards, and many users never get it to work at all. Jesus. That's brutal. Oh no, this is totally fine. Look at that. Yeah, good to go. Plenty of room. And then down and over. Come on. Get in there, little guy. Get in there, little buddy. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Is shrink wrap this antenna. The thing on this antenna. But you know what? I can see there's a shitload of clearance, so I don't actually need to do it. Yeah, I got tons of clearance there. We're fine. I did that other antenna. That's great. This really doesn't need it. But I'm glad that I thought to do that because... and that you guys were talking about it, because that's a really good little tip. If you think you might have something that's going to touch the UFL. And, like, you have to deal with that. Don't, like, ignore that. That's not something that you can just ignore. If the head of the UFL touches any part of the board, it's bad. It's bad news. Whew, this thing's a pain in the ass, huh? But what that means is that it's going to work really well at its job, which is holding the UFL on. And that is an important job. Although, man, am I just tempted to put a big blob of welder on here. CiottiFPV with a $4.99 super chat says, do you know where I can get the FPV Cycle Glide frame? Seems to be out of stock almost everywhere. $4.99 for the Dick Fund. Loosen the Vista mounting bolts. Oh, that makes so much sense. Gear Fund. Oh, hey, by the way, I spent like over $200 the other night on stick ends. So this stick and dick end fund here, the total number needs to go up, and I need to mention it more because yeah, that I did not realize that. Well, first of all, initially what I was gonna do is only. Yeah, I can see what you mean now. This totally needs to get loosened. Initially, I was just going to do M3 stick ends. But then chat convinced me to do M3 and M4. And that kind of like doubled. You know, at that point, like everything doubles. Wow, am I going to have to loosen this whole thing up? Shit sticks. Come on, sneak in there. Sneak in there. You know you want to. You're all lined up. I can see daylight. Get in there. Get in there, you jerk. You know you want to. Yeah! Yeah! That's right. Perseverance and unbridled stubbornness for the win. Okay. Yeah, there's like an order of operations with this thing, huh? Interesting. Interesting. As I've heard it pronounced, unfortunately. Alright, and now we can crank this back down. Thanks for the tip, Brandon. Alright, starting to look like a quad again. Okay, cool. So this guy is rotated over. I'm going to move this. Oh yeah, that shrink wrap was perfect. I can feel it. It's given me just the right amount of resistance on this piece of TPU here. Oh, it is short though. Jesus, I'm gonna run it up over like this, I think, or maybe even like that. Oh Jesus, yeah, I'm gonna have to really yoink this up and over. Don't even tell me it's too tight with the shrink wrap on it. Come on now. Don't do that to me. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Jesus, it kind of is. This is the build that will never end. Oh, really? Yeah, no, it needs to go on there farther. It just goes on and on, my friends. I swear to God, if I cut this shrink wrap off and then it's too loose, I'm gonna lose my mind. If it's too loose, I'll just glom some glue in there. This is definitely too tight. So we're gonna cut off yet again shrink wrap from an antenna. Come on. Makes me so nervous to do this. I hate it. Ah! I also hate that. Could just take a razor blade to this, but like, man, that's sketchy. Ultra sketchy. Alright, so sometimes if you get a little slit going in it like that, you can grab it like this. So this doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can on this UFL here too. I don't want to yank on it. Once you get a little slit going, you can kind of grab it like this and pull, but you gotta be really careful. Now, I'm not gonna play that game. I'll take my time. Use the cutters. Ooh, that's working pretty good. Kind of pinched it. Come on. Yeah, there we go. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah. There it is. Ooh, Chupapa. That was scary. That was creepy. Come on, man. Just give up. Give up. Admit defeat. Admit defeat. Just die. Come on. What's holding on? What's even happening right now? The shrink wrap is like double layered all of a sudden. Ah, there we go. Gosh. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's ever so slightly too loose, but it's fine. I'll deal with it. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that's better. Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna. Woo! I did connect. No, I did not connect the cam to the Vista yet. I'm gonna do that last because it's just right back there. I do have enough length. I checked that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank God I started working on this early in the stream. Jeez. Let me crank a couple of these screws down into these standoffs, the center standoffs, that is. A couple of really short little M3 by 4, I think, titanium screws. If you're going to use titanium screws, always make sure to use MIP drivers. Otherwise, you're going to strip the little heads out. To be honest, just don't use titanium screws. The weight savings is not really worth the fact that the heads strip out pretty easily. What's up, Mindbender? Okay, we're getting there. We're very close. Very, very close. Immortal T. So this guy's going to go up and over like that, and then the crossfire is going to sit there, and I'm going to run the no, I'm sorry. The crossfire is going to sit like that. I'm going to run the crossfire antenna over like that, and then down. So let's just get this VHB. This is a good time to get this crossfire VHB down. No reason to wait any longer. Okay. Let's use a piece like that. That's probably about right. Here we go. This is the one. I hope the Vista doesn't get so hot that the... Actually, heat usually helps VHB. I was going to say I hope it doesn't like melt the VHB off, but I've used VHB on shit that's gotten real hot before, and I swear to God it makes it work even better. I am going to take this... I'll leave that sticker on. It's got the serial number on it. God forbid I ever need that for some reason. Okay, so that's about it. It's looking good. Mindbender, these are Newbie Drone prototype motors that they had me test, but they're basically just the Newbie Drone Flow 2004s in a higher KV. I don't know if they're selling them. These are 3000 KV. I don't know if they're selling them in this KV yet, but they will be at some point. Alright, that's looking good. That's going to sit on the standoff. I think I'm going to throw the rear standoffs on. So that's in. Alright, so we'll do that. And this. Okay. Well, I can leave that off for now. Let's just throw the screw in here. Probably make it easier, to be honest. Okay. There we go. Jesus, it's 12:40. Oh my God. This is cutting into my Gran Turismo 7 time. What kind of bullshit is this? There we go. Alright, let's bring these little crossfire mounts in here. Good. And then another little guy here. Perfect. Okay. That's looking good. Less things flopping around for the win. And there's our little 45-degree guy. That, oh man, that wire is not super happy like that. That's okay. That's fine. I guess I can pull it up a little bit. Oh yeah, that helps. That helps. There we go. That's looking good. Not pulling on that. All right, that looks fine. This is tucked in there nice. Let me actually, I'm going to run this the same way. I'm going to run this up over top like that, I think. I might as well do the same with this. All right, that looks good. This is good. This little wire bundle is cooperating, taking up that little space just fine. Got a little bit of slack on that, a little bit of movement on that, plenty of slack on the one that goes down to the Vista. What is this here for? What do I have? Oh, this is for the other camera. I can get rid of this. I'd put a little camera menu connector cable in here. All right. I need to change the front standoffs. That would help, wouldn't it? Let's get this. Oh boy, this TPU is tight. Oh my god, this TPU is welded in here. It's usually easier to get it off while it's still put together. Jeez, what in the hell? Okay, there we go. It's coming off of there. Ah, there we go. There we have it. Should be able to just pop it up the last little bit with my fingernails. Yeah, there we go. Good, good, good. All right. Get these off. This build is confused. It's got red, it's got blue. I didn't have enough blue stuff to do everything in blue on this build, which is kind of annoying, but it's fine. I think this build might actually end up with red TPU on it. And ow! And then it'll be the all red build. I don't know. The Tooth Fairy 2. So I've got two CineSplores, right? The other CineSplore that's staying analog for the time being. That one is that one's got a 5-degree up tilt mount. So that's like the slow CineSplore. Usually, what I do is if I'm gonna have multiple rigs and one of them is gonna be for going fast, I'll make the for going fast rig red, right? Because red is the fast color. This titanium screw just stripped out. So I'm going to very carefully try to back it out. Oh, yeah. Woo! That's the stuff. When you manage to catch a screw stripping out as it strips out and you back it out. Ooh. Oh, man. Does not happen often. Oh, and now it's just absolutely buried on the screwdriver. Now we're good, though. Okay, let's see if I have another titanium short fella. I do. Look at that. Okay, this guy goes in the garbage. This one has not been heat treated yet, so the hits keep on coming. We're going to play with fire again. I'm going to show you guys how to heat treat titanium hardware to blue it, or bronze it, or purple it. So you put it in a little pair of spring-loaded tweezers like this. You just need to hold it with something where it can get hot. You wipe it off. I'm just going to wipe it off my shirt. You just want to get your finger grease off of it. So you wipe it off. It'd be better to it would be better to use alcohol, but I'm being lazy. And then you take your little dollar store torch and you just hammer it. Here's the trick, though. You gotta take the heat off at the exact right moment. So I'm gonna set the manual focus here, and I'm gonna try to show you guys the exact right moment to take the heat off. All right, ready? Notice the color, and notice when I remove the heat. Ready? So just watch the colors. All right. It's gonna go brown first. There's a brown. Now it's purple and blue. And then you take the heat off. And it looks like shit because I didn't rub it. I didn't clean it off good enough. But you get a little bit of color in it, and it's fun. I do this to all of my titanium hardware so that I know that it's titanium hardware. Otherwise, it just looks like stainless. So yeah, there you go. And now keep in mind that this is absolutely roasting hot, so don't touch it right away. Give it a second. It cools off pretty quick, but no! Ooh, I found it. Okay. Just trying to save time while this is cooling down. Come on now! I can just drop it on. Ready? Yeah! Yeah. Okay. Okay, come on. Get in there. It's probably cooled off by now, but I don't want to find out the hard way. No, be cool. There you go. Come on. Come on, little buddy. Come on. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Okay, we got this. Alright. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Quad Doc says, celebrating the small wins. Alright, 9 says back to, oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh man, this one's about to strip too. All the titanium hardware is kind of just always about to strip, so just keep that in mind. Woo! All right. So those guys are in there. Where's the camera? Here it is. Okay. Put this on here. Hopefully it doesn't fight too hard. Nah. It's happy to go home. This side is not the one that was just hot. Although I can't imagine it's still hot. Is it? Nah, it's cooled off. We're good. Ah! That delayed reaction. I hate that shit. I hate when you burn yourself because of that delayed reaction. Come on, get down, you little bastard. Oh, it's probably a little too far. Yeah, way too far. Well, no, let's pull the other one down. Alright, not quite there. Pull it back up a little. No, let's pull this one down. Take your time getting, if you're going to use the TPU camera loops like this, take your time getting them perfectly even because it does make a big difference. I use the back of these tweezers here as like a spacer to get it even on both sides. And it's also like a little pusher. Works really well. You can kind of just eyeball it, but just make sure you get it just right. Because flying with a camera that's tilted a little bit like, you won't notice it when you're flying. You'll just fly like shit. And, yeah, you don't want that. Cool. That's looking good. So this, how am I going to route this? I think I'm going to route it up here. And then down and in. I shouldn't have put these rear standoffs. That's going to make this kind of a pain in the ass. But maybe I can still swing it. Let's find out. I think this is the last thing. I think plugging the camera into the Vista is the last of the pain in the ass things that we need to do here. I kind of wish I'd done this earlier. I now have a bunch of cables in the way and shit's all over here. I'm going to take these rear standoffs off. There's just realistically no way that I can do this with these standoffs in the way. I can see the writing on the wall, my friends. Okay. Good, good, good. But I do need to make sure that I route this properly. So is there any reason to go one way versus the other? I don't think so. No. All right, so I'm going to go this way. Go outside of this. I think. No. I'm going to go this way. I'll go this way. Yeah. There we go. There's a little slot for it to sit in. Good. So we'll come down like that. And then... Awesome. All right. Turn the little corner here. Well, no, actually, I want to go straight down and make the angle in the back. Okay. So this guy comes in here like that. And then how the hell am I going to snap that down on there? Got to be ultra careful because these MIPI cables are very fragile. Oh, there we go. I just had it. Oh, there it is. Wow, that was not nearly as hard as I thought. Oh, I didn't get it though. Didn't quite get it. Okay. Come on now. Get in there. There it is. Okay. There we go. There's the click. Okay. Oh, farts. Hold on. How is this going to work? So this is going to have to thread through and then sit down on the little latchy boy. Oh no. Looks like I might be able to get it. Man, this is fiddly as shit. Jesus. Come on, little buddy. Get in there. Get on there. Get on the little latch. Come on. Be cool. There it is. Alright. That's on there. And then this comes over. And just like that. No big deal. No big deal. 3 hours later. Yeah! All right. Sweet. Plug is up out of the way. Plenty of room here. Maybe get some nuts on this flight controller. Sweet, man. We are good. Everything's plugged in. Need to throw a couple screws, couple nuts on here, but we're in. This rig is together. And will you guys be mad at me if I just put power to this to end the stream and not put all the screws back in it? I'm not going to do that to you. Well, this was an adventure, man. It's it is definitely different building with digital versus analog. There are some subtle little things here and there that threw me off a little bit that I kind of didn't expect. Let's get some nuts on this flight controller. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna. You guys need the. You have to activate the Vista. I have no idea, 661. I'm just gonna put power to it and make sure it powers up, and then that's it. I'm not going any farther than that tonight. There's gonna be a night this week where I do all the setup on all the Vistas and all the things. I'm not doing that tonight. I'm just gonna focus on like getting the building parts done over the next couple of nights, and then yeah, maybe like Thursday, Friday, I'll dive into what's next. But I mean, yeah, this shit just needs to get done. You know, these just need to go into these rigs. As long as you guys were right about TX going to RX and RX going to TX, we're going to be totally fine on that front as well. And I'm sure that you guys were. I'm also sure that DJI would, you know, not be stupid as Flight 1 and KISS and completely ignore what RX and TX actually stand for. You know what I mean? Although actually that's not true. DJI has done some dumbass shit. Okay. That looks good. Yeah, it's about the right tightness. And then let's get these guys snugged up a little bit. Good. Look at that compact little build. Jeez, it is definitely more crowded in here now with DJI versus analog. Jesus, it was like clean in here with analog. Now it is packed. I guess it also gained a little bit of weight too. Vista is certainly heavier than the Rush tank that I pulled out of here. Alright, just getting that set. That's looking good. That's all happy. Okay, let's put power to it and see if it blows up. 4S battery, where are you? Here's one. Cross your fingers, friends! I should have done this an hour ago when I finished wiring it all, but, you know, why learn from your mistakes when you can just make the mistakes over and over again? 3, 2, 1, fire! Hey! No fire! Is there a light on the Vista? Does the Vista have a light on it? It does. It's lit up. It's very dim though. It's a very dim little red light on the Vista. I assume it's fine though. And it is only getting like 1 amp. Well, it's not tripping this though, so. Should that light be brighter on the Vista? Is that normal? It's just like the little tiniest bit of red light. Whatever. I'll build another one tomorrow, and we'll play with it. The Crossfire did power on. That makes me happy. Oh hey, you know what we can do is no, I'm not doing that. Wrap up the live stream. That's what we can do. 661 says, should it be green? Frank Nicholas says Vista requires 7 volts plus. Yeah, the Vista is getting VBAT right now, so should be totally fine. All right. I mean, I can put the top plate on, right? If I have to tear it apart, yeah, fuck it, we're putting the top plate on. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine, even if it's not. Pulling the top plate off ain't a pain in the ass. Oh, farts. What I did not think of is the thickness of the battery straps. And the battery straps are just a little bit too thick for this 25mm hardware. It's actually kind of okay. Oh man. It's kind of okay because of the way the battery straps route up over the front. Don E with a $1.49 super chat. Thank you, brother. Light will turn green when bound. Awesome. Well, look. This is what it looks like. Yeah, I'm gonna switch the standoffs. I'm gonna put 28mm standoffs on here. Because there's just no reason for it to be this close in the back, and I don't want these battery straps like all up on there. That's just silly. So off stream, I'm going to swap this over to 28mm standoffs. What I do want to check though is with these 25mm standoffs, will these ducts work? It's kind of dumb that I moved this to off of the 30mm standoffs, because the Cloud 149 ducts require the 30mm standoffs. So if at some point I want to put this onto the Cloud ducts, these 25mm standoffs are no good. They are totally fine with these StanFPV ducts though. So yeah, I mean it's yeah, I'm gonna change the standoffs. But I don't have it in me to do that right now. So next time you see it, it will be put together. Sorry, guys. I hate to do this to you, but I don't have it in me to switch the standoffs at 1 a.m. That's a lie. We're doing it. We're doing it, god damn it. Come on. I'm gonna do this fast. We're gonna do this fast. Fast, fast, fast. Swapping standoffs. Quick, quick, quick. There we go. Alright. One screw out. Here we go. 2 screws out. Type beginning into the chat if you've been here the entire live stream. Type the word, or type like from the beginning or something like that if you've been here the whole time. I'm doing this for you. Very specifically for you. Where the hell are the standoffs? There they are. Here's the standoff kit. All right. 25s. Going back in. 25s. 28's coming out. 128. 2 28s. Are you kidding me? Oh, you dirty rat bastards. Oh, no. Why do I have 3 reds, 2 purples, 2 blacks, and 4 blues? What is the... What? Come on now. Is this real life? Not gonna let it stop me. I might have an extra 28mm standoff over here though. Come on, please. Please. Nope. Please. Please. Nope. Oh, wait. I pieced these frames together. Did I piece one of these frames together with 28s? Please? Please? Nope. What about this one? What's this one? What's this one? Hold on. These 28s? Oh, you bastard, that's a 25. What about this one? No. Oh, are you kidding me? Why? Oh, right in the face. How are there not? Come on now. I gotta have one floating around here somewhere. Just need one more of the reds, and then I'll do 2 red and 2 black. No. 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 Boop. Wow, what a kick in the jimmies. Where would I have one red 28 mil standoff? Where would that be? Is this real life? How did I end up with an odd number of them? How does that work? What? How? Why? I demand to know. I'm gonna pull one off of this ripsqueak. That's how angry I am. This thing won't go back together for a little bit. It'll be fine. Oh man, I gotta try. I'm not gonna remember to reorder these, and I'm gonna go to work on this rig in some amount of time. I'm gonna be like, what? Okay, it's fine. This is a stupid thing to do. I'm gonna regret this. Calling it right now, I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna regret having done this. This is the Ghost ripsqueak too. I'm gonna be all excited to build it. Hey guys, time for Ghost. Ooh, what the hell? Okay, 2 red, 2 black. Wait, no, the rest of the reds are gonna come out. Okay, reds in the rear. That's what she said. I have the biggest mess in the world next to me right now. Okay, here we go. 28's going on the rear. Get up. There we go. There it is. All right, get in there. Good. Okay. Oh wow, that VHB let go. I'll be damned. Stay in there. Stay on there, little buddy. What do you think you're doing? Okay. And there. Come on. Come on. Get in there. Come on. There we go. All right. 1 and 2. Build it like a golf harlequin. No. Oven cleaner will de-anodize aluminum. Will it really? Jesus. Charles says from the beginning, keep it up. Danzilla says go with the Rossi colors. Everything is great. Then you need a chick. Next thing you know, their standoffs are missing. Sure, not the kid in there, Donnie says? What do you mean? Don't need the battery anymore. Okay, rear standoffs are in. Middles, let's go. You're coming out. And we're just going to push. Ah, yes. There we go. I was hoping that would work. Push again. Ah, there we go. Good. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Got it. 25 coming out. Black 28 going in. Perfect. Boom. Good to go there. Next. Other side. Okay. Hey. Actually, I do need to do a little pirate drone order. I need some more of these little aluminum washer cap jib jabs. I like these little things. A little pop of color. It also spreads the load out a little bit on the carbon, which is a little bit nicer to the carbon. I don't think that makes much of a difference, but I do notice that Impulse RC uses the little washer guys, and they know what's up. So maybe there's a little performance advantage. You never know. They don't weigh anything, so it's worth it. Rockin'. All right. Center standoffs are good. Fronts. Put this on. Okay. Yo! Remember how I was saying, I think I'm going to peel this sticker off. This is why I was going to peel the sticker off. Because of the VHB. Yeah. VHB is strong, but if you stick VHB to a sticker that's not strong, well, oh my god! And the VHB took the the fucking barcode or the QR code off of there. Whoops. Oh well. Hopefully I didn't need it anyway. Alright, VHB. There is a much nicer surface for you to stick to. Happy now! Alright, we're going to struggle to get this camera out of here again. But that's okay. There it is. Okay, there's one side. And the other. Right. Last little bit. This base plate is really thin, so I try not to just crank up on it super hard because it does bend in the front a little bit. Okay, there we go. That was unexpected, but whatever. Oh, that's how I should have plugged the camera in. I should have taken the camera off the front standoffs and then plugged it in. That would have been much easier. All right. And serial numbers available in the menus. Very cool. That's what I like to hear. Boom! 28 mil standoffs are on. This up. Am I mounting this camera right side up? Oh shit, am I mounting this camera upside down? Does the cable come out of the bottom or the top? I want it to come out at the top. Can you flip it in the menu, hopefully? I assume you can flip it, right? Better be able to flip it. From what you guys are saying, I think I'm just going to not update my DJI goggles. It doesn't really sound like I'm going to need to. I can do the 1.21 gigawatt thing through the memory card, you guys are saying. Oh, God, can I... You can't flip that cam, it's only... Are you shitting me? I don't know if I'm going to have enough cable length. Don't. Not like this. Glad I asked. Jesus. Ooh, okay. Well, let's see. Please, 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 please. Yes, 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 yes. We're good, we're good, we're good. Woo! Just barely. Yo, this is a tight build. Jesus, there is like no extra cable length anywhere. Oh, oh no, 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 no. I don't love this. That's gonna push it up against the flight controller. Might be okay. Next time on the live stream. Fuck you. No way. Nah, we're good. Everything's perfect. Everything is great. It's all gonna work. I am gonna run this camera up high in the mount though, for a little bit of extra camera length. Cable length rather. Okay. Push this down a little tiny bit. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Back up. Bring this side up a little bit. Oop. Too much. So I'm doing the polar so that if I'm flying towards the end of the day, oh, we're good. Yeah, we got just enough cable length. Wow. Okay. I really don't love that this is pushing into the flight controller, but it shouldn't be the end of the world. I could technically run it under the flight controller. I could just tuck it in there. There's a little spot for it. And then it could just run its way up, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm actually this will be a good little test to see if that makes a difference. It shouldn't. It should be totally fine, but because it has a constant pressure on it. What you don't want is like the flight controller, and then like it's a fraction of a millimeter, so that it can vibrate and hit it. In this case, it's just on it. It's just pushing into it. So I'm actually really interested to see if this if this makes this thing fly bad. That'll be really interesting, and that'll be an easy little fix. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We got this. This is fine. Cool. Top plate. All right. Think. Yeah, we're good. And some screws. Oh yeah, this is much happier with the 28mm standoffs. I really should have just gone back to the 30s, but I only have 30s in black. And I'll be damned if this thing doesn't look amazing after this much work. Know what I mean? Alright, let's crank these rears. Middles. I don't think I really snugged these up all that well on the bottom. Nah, not really. Just being careful because they are titanium. Hey, we've got something that looks a lot more like a Cinewoop. Come on, get in there. All right. Got a little America theme going on here with the red and the blue. But like I said earlier, I think this is going to get a red camera mount at some point here. Jackalope says, "Is there a capacitor on this rig?" There is one right here, but this is it. This is a what ESC is this? It's a good ESC. It's an Ori 32 ESC. It's meant for 5-inch rigs, so something with nice smooth running motors. It should be totally fine. I mean, I've had this rig up in the air a bunch. It doesn't fly quite as good as the other rig, which it could be because of the capacitor. Having the capacitor here on the XT30 does basically nothing. I mean, it doesn't weigh anything, so it's kind of like throw it there anyway. At some point, I will put a capacitor on this rig, especially if it continues to kind of not be as good as the main CineSplore, but it's totally fine. I had to turn the PIDs down by like 3 or 4 points, which is like nothing compared to the other rig. But here's the other thing: the other rig had Betaflight 4.3 on it. This had 4.2.8 on it. So I didn't want to make any changes to this rig because I want to get this onto 4.3. I want to put the exact same tune on both of these and see what happens. So for science, I am leaving the capacitor setup as is, and hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass, because I would rather not pull it apart again, but I mean, if I have to, it's fine. All right. That is looking good. That little polar is hanging out up there. Perfect. I've got way too much up tilt on it. Let's back that off. That looks about right. Yeah. That looks pretty good. And then we're going to take our StandFPV ducts, throw them on here, throw the props on, and move on to the next, really. This is just one of many rigs that are... I mean, this was a lot more work, though, because we had to move the receiver and all kinds of other shit. So the rest of these builds should be a lot... Not even builds. The rest of the work that I'm going to do this week should be a lot quicker and smoother. Just like it should be. Alright. Alright, awesome. But Erickson says, I always run the cam cable next to the ESC. It's digital, so noise isn't really an issue. Yeah, man, I gotta be honest. The fact that I don't have to think about where I need to run a set of video wires to avoid interference, that's pretty nice. That makes me happy for sure. That's a real bonus to DJI. Although, I don't know, I've been doing it for so long that like it's not that difficult, so I don't know, maybe it's not that big a deal, but it is nice to not even have to think about it. It's, you know, no matter how good you get at it, eventually it's like, oh, what the hell? Why do I have all this video noise? It always kind of inevitably bites you in the ass eventually, which is super annoying. Oh, good call, June Loco. Good call. So I'm going to put the driver side ducts on, but that's it. And you guys will just have to pretend. Because I need to be able to plug into the Vista, and I need to be able to plug into the flight controller. Flight controller, I do have a 90-degree adapter that I can use, but that's the older school USB. The Vista is new school USB, which I do not have a 90-degree thing for. So we'll just put these two ducts on, and then I'll hold the rig up to the camera with these two ducts facing towards you, And nobody will ever know. It will appear to be completely built. Know what I mean? Alright, there we go. This prop is not hitting the duct. This is the wrong direction. This is the right direction. Get on there, buddy. Yeah. Good. And woo! All set. Look at that. Fully put together. Definitely not just two ducts on it. CineSplore. Woo! Woo! Look at that. Antenna sticking up real nice there. Everything is tucked in. All pretty like. Immortal T needs a little bit of love. Just need to push those down. There we go. Yep, that sits off the back exactly the way that I thought it would. Awesome! Good Lord! Type donkey in the chat if you've been here the entire time. This light has gone dead. My goodness. That was way more than I thought. Ooh. Bless me. I've got a, look at this. This is one of the builds coming up. This is a, keep this heat transfer tape nearby. We're gonna need it again. Look at this. I was faffing about with this on the coffee table last night into this morning. That is the front end. This mount is just there for funsies. That is the front end. This is the body of a Cineglide build, which I'm setting up to basically just carry the Vista for this live event. This will carry a Vista with no props in view. Look at these big long rear arms for it. So yeah, there's going to be a Cineglide scratch build this week with a Hobbywing 20x20 ESC. This should be pretty cool. I got a bunch of the work done on it yesterday into today. So yeah, lots more fun. There's going to be two there's going to be look at the length on this DJI cable. Ooh, this is the long one from Kebab. I think he specifically made this long cable for the Cineglide because it puts the camera all the way out on the nose. So yeah, the Cineglide will be a scratch build, and then the Tooth Fairy 2 will be a scratch build. I got everything that I need for it now. Some of the TPU showed up. I got the V4 ducts. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna stream again tomorrow. We're just gonna. I think I'm gonna stream every day this week because I got a lot to do. I gotta put a Vista in the cinematic rig up there with the dead cat arms. I'm gonna put a Vista in the test bed rig, along with Axis 2306 motors, actually, which should be kind of interesting. And then the two scratch builds. Oh Christ! And the Razorback as well. The Razorback is getting a Vista as well. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna move the capacitor to in this thing though. So yeah, lots of building this week. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. I don't know what time. Veritas Weasel says, "Is that perfect for flying around inside your house?" No, it's terrible for flying around in the house. You can fly CineSplores in the house. but I would not recommend it. They're incredibly loud, and they're heavy and big and angry, and yeah. In the house is tiny whoop territory. 65 mil tiny whoop territory. Like, that's it. That's all. I'm gonna go get some food and play some GT7 alone. No more streaming tonight. I gotta let my voice rest. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know when, but at some point tomorrow I'll fire up the stream. Maybe it'll be a Patreon. I gotta be honest, it might be a Patreon only stream. So you better join my Patreon. It's only $3 a month. You can do it. It's 10 cents a day. You got 10 cents a day. You know you do. Support your buddy. Yeah. But there will be a stream tomorrow. DJI week day 3. My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. You can call me the Donkey Man. Love you guys. Oh, I'll stream after the FPV news. Perfect. Yep, I'll stream after the news. Great idea, Remy Tim. Remy Tim says check PayPal. Checking PayPal. Come on, Mail. You got this. You can do it. You can do it, Mail. There you go. Daniel Maurer with a $10 PayPal. He says, let me see. He says, let me see your dick end. We're up to $35. You know, I have to fix the. I have to fix this total amount. I shit you not. Once I'm done getting all these stick ends in, I'll have spent over $400. I guarantee it. Thank you very much, Daniel. Very cool of you. Dan, you might actually be the first one that the stick end bag goes to. Cool. And look at that. The thumb grippies order shipped. 12 thumb grippies on the way. It was a $240 order. Jesus Christ. All right, guys, be good. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow after the news. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Jackalope says, how do I get to try the stick ends? The stick end kit is going to get sent to probably a half a dozen or so people that have gone like way above and beyond to support me first, and then it's gonna kind of run down. Basically on Patreon, I'm gonna look at like the people that have supported me the most, and it's just gonna kind of go down that list. At some point, I'm sure they'll get to a point where it's, you know, it can start going to people that, you know, don't necessarily have a shitload of money to just dump on some gangly man on the internet. But yeah, that's how it's going to go at first. And I'm going to push people as hard as I can to, like, hurry up and try them all. But it's going to take some time because, you know, you got to put each one of them on and fly, at least a couple of batteries. Oh, you live 15 minutes from Daniel? That's perfect. When they go to him, yeah, you guys can tag. Ooh, that's a good idea. Ooh, that's a really good idea. Yeah, for people to, because you can only try one at a time, right? And this kit is going to have like 40 of them. So yeah, if there's ever any local folks, we got to try to... Yeah, we got to try to work that out. Ooh, awesome. Cool. Be good. Here's some flying with the raw audio. Because I don't feel like restarting the stream. See you guys tomorrow. Oh, I do have to restart the stream in order just to get regular audio. Be right back. It's going to pinwheel for a second. Here you guys go. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good leaf pickup.